Pertaining to the ongoing Israel-Hamas war, the International Court of Justice on Friday, in its preliminary rule, ordered Jerusalem to prevent cases of genocidal acts in Gaza, stating that some of the acts committed by the country appear to fall within the provisions of the Genocide Convention. However, the court stopped short of calling for an immediate ceasefire. It is imperative to note here that the International Court of Justice has no power to enforce its ruling, and while the ICJ's decisions are final and without appeal, the court has no way to enforce them, thus indicating that the court's ruling does not fully justify South Africa's case brought against Israel. Nonetheless, Israel has to submit a report to the court on the steps it has taken to comply with ICJ's orders within a month of the ruling. It is pertinent to note here that though the decision from the International Court of Justice carries legal obligations, its enforcement poses challenges. Legal analysts also noted that obtaining a conclusive judgment on whether Israel is engaged in genocide against the Palestinians may take long, possibly spanning several years. The genocide case against Israel was filed by South Africa on December 29 last year, arguing that Israel was in breach of its obligations under the 1948 Genocide Convention. It had asked the court to order Israel to halt its operation, seeking a verdict that meant Israel halting its operations in Gaza. However, ICJ did not rule in its favor. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu outrightly rejected the ICJ's claims, calling them outrageous, and expressed his anger regarding the ruling. He mentioned that even discussing such matters is a disgrace that would not be erased from generations to come. Nonetheless, PM Netanyahu was glad about the fact that the International Court did not dismiss the country's right to defend itself by not ordering an immediate ceasefire in the ongoing war. South Africa, on the other hand, which for long has been supporting Palestine amid the war, praised the UN court, with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa stating that the International Court of Justice has rightfully vindicated his country's decision to charge Israel with genocide. Without mentioning ICJ's shortcoming in not ordering a ceasefire, Ramaphosa called the ruling a victory for international law, for human rights and justice. Drawing a parallel between Gaza war and the apartheid, Ramaphosa said that the citizens of South Africa have long been victims of apartheid and very well know that what it looks like. He said that many people had died, while others, such as Nelson Mandela, were jailed. However, South African Foreign Minister Naledi Pandor admitted that she was hoping that the ICJ would explicitly call for a ceasefire while ruling that Israel had committed genocidal acts against the Gaza. She claimed that the judgment would mean that Israel stop all its military operations in Gaza. However, the court in its initial ruling did not address this aspect. Instead, the ruling said that Israel must ensure its military does not indulge in genocidal acts and prosecute the incitement of such behavior, indicating that it could continue with other operations otherwise. The court's ruling was welcomed by Palestinians. The Palestinian Foreign Minister Riyad al-Maliki said that the ICJ judge has assessed the facts and the laws, ruling in favor of humanity and international law, while senior Hamas official Sami Abu Zuhri said the ruling helped to isolate Israel on the world stage. Yet many who support Palestine have expressed dismay that the ICJ did not explicitly order a ceasefire, which was mostly expected.